Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a while. How's it been? Recording a video right now because there's a lot of protests happening in Minnesota. One of the things that I want to bring up is that there was an incident where a brown guy was harassed by a mob of anti-ICE agents that have been pretty much harassing and pretty much beating the shit out of the. No, almost about to get in a fight with the guy for wearing a USA Freedom hoodie, and they were forcing him to remove it, or they're gonna beat him up if they don't. Because for some reason, you wearing a US or a Freedom hoodie is considered Nazism, like Nazi regime. And it's funny how they're calling like ICE agents Gestapo. It's calling them Nazis, saying that they're kidnapping people and making them disappear. All that bullshit. Yet at the same time, they don't realize that that they're doing the same thing. Like a couple days ago, they pulled over some guy because they thought he was an ICE agent. In reality, though, he was just a news reporter that had camera equipment. And if that guy wasn't really if that guy didn't convince them, I know damn shit he would end up dead somewhere in a ditch somewhere. And they're even putting their own stop lanes, like actual actual Nazi shit they used to do, where they stop people and they check for in their IDs, making sure that they were not Jews. They were doing the same thing to regular civilians. They were stopping people. They were telling them that if they are like quote unquote Nazis, and that they were harassing people. And it's funny how they're calling them like Nazis and Gestapo. At the same time, they're doing their own car stops. They're doing their own patrols. They're doing their own They're basically their own Gestapo in their way. But the reason why they won't admit that they are acting this way, because they are so delusional. They left us up to believe that they are the hero in a book, in a way. Like one of those books where the hero saves the day. That's what they think they are. They think that they are, heroes in their own worldviews, in their own fantasy world. And I feel like one day they're going to push some guy and it's going to get one death. That one death will become 10 to hundreds of more. And I feel like the America is doomed.